Why does Kingdom Hearts 1 feel so special? A certain amount of the feeling can come down to nostalgia, sure. The old school PS2 creative art direction, back when developers cared solely about the user experience and how fun the game was. But I want to talk about how Kingdom Hearts 1 feels especially different. The original worlds are top tier, the execution of Disney worlds and villains is the best in the entire series, and it's a simple good vs evil, dark vs light story, but it's so effective and you can really feel how much love was poured into it. Let's start at the very start of the game.
Welcome, Oblivion!
It's a brand new IP. Nobody knows anything about it, and the opening cutscene immediately grasps the player's attention. It asks questions you want to know the answers to.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
It's visually stunning and leaves you wanting more. And there is no better artist to lead this soundtrack than Hikaru Utada. Sora's Dive the Heart. Such a mysterious and magical first playable world. As soon as the player picks their weapon, they are faced with the most iconic Heartless in the entire series, the Shadow Heartless. Followed by walking up the stained glass stairs to fight the dark side for the first time, which I'm sure is a core memory to every Kingdom Hearts fan. After Sora defeats his own giant nightmare shadow monster, he gets thrown onto a beach with his best friends. How's that for whiplash? Destiny Islands is the perfect intro world. It's light-hearted, fun, relaxing, and mostly carefree. Collecting random stuff on the beach and fighting your best friend with a wooden sword really feels like things you would do as a kid, and I think that's what's so special about Destiny Islands. The sense of innocence. Sora, Riku, and Kairi don't know what's out there in the world, and they want to explore and find out for themselves, similar to the young playbase of the time. Then the storm hits. Riku gives into darkness, Kairi goes missing, and the player is left controlling the chosen Keyblade Master. Then after the traumatic event of Sora seeing his island explode and his best friends, and Mum,
Sora! Dinner's ready! Come on down! Sora?
disappearing, he wakes up in a calm, relaxing, and warm world. Traverse Town holds a special place in many Kingdom Hearts fans' hearts, and if I was to guess why, it's because you expect the outside unknown worlds to be scary, but it feels weirdly safe. It's where Sora meets Donald and Goofy,
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one, one for all.
Yuffie and Leon,
I'm the great ninja Yuffie. I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
and Sid. Traverse Town is a safe haven to those whose worlds no longer exist in the realm of light, and I think the sense of community that brings is what makes it feel so safe. Merlin's house, especially with the owl, if you know you know, and the waterway underneath is still one of the most magical places in the entire series, and it just feels special and mysterious to be there. When it comes to the story, it's a simple yet effective good versus evil. From the very start, Riku chooses darkness, Sora gets chosen by light, and they both follow that for the whole game with the intent to save Kairi. I think the reason Kingdom Hearts 1's story is so effective is because Sora knows Riku is strong, and if he can fight against the darkness, they can save Kairi and it will be back to how it was on Destiny Islands. But the player can see what's happening to Riku. Maleficent, most powerful being of darkness at this point by the way, is manipulating Riku, telling him that
He quite simply replaced you with some new companions. Evidently, now he values them far more than he does you.
Sora travels to all the different worlds looking for Riku and Kairi, not knowing that in the background, Maleficent is convincing Riku to join her and the Council of Disney villains to kidnap the 7 Princes of Light, which obviously includes Kairi. This is why he steals Pinocchio's heart and why he brings Kairi to Neverland. It's all to wake her up in the way Maleficent has told him to. By the time Sora arrives at Hollow Bastion, Maleficent has told Riku that he was meant to wield the Keyblade instead of Sora if he hadn't disappeared into darkness back on Destiny Islands. The Riku and Riku Ansem fights are some of the best in the whole series. From play fighting on their home island, to fighting against each other to save Kairi and all the worlds from darkness. It really gives a sense of how did we get here, and I think that's why Kingdom Hearts 1's story is one of the best in the series. Although Kairi is missing 90% of the game, the cutscenes and the connection she shares with Sora in such a limited amount of time still feel special to this day. The Destiny Islands cutscenes, joking about running away together.
Sora, let's take the raft and go. Just the two of us. Huh? Just kidding.
Drawing each other in the cave sharing Paopu fruit. In the waterway in Traverse Town, Kairi gives Sora a friendship charm and tells him that they will never be apart.
Take this. It's my lucky charm. Be sure to bring it back to me. Don't ever forget. Wherever you go, I'm always with you.
And of course, arguably the best cutscene in all of Kingdom Hearts, when Sora releases his own heart to save Kairi.
Sora!
For whatever reason, Kairi never seems to get enough screen time, but I think she leaves the biggest impact in Kingdom Hearts 1 out of all of her appearances. Now onto the Disney portion. Kingdom Hearts 1 has by far the best Disney execution in the entire series with both the world and the villain storylines. Even the Disney worlds that don't really matter in the overall story feel like they matter because the worlds are built around Kingdom Hearts and not the other way around like some future installments in the series. Kingdom of Corona, I'm looking at you.
Oh my gosh, this would kill her.
Deep Jungle, for example, doesn't matter to the overarching plot at all, but with a reoccurring Sabor fight, Clayton riding a fucking giant invisible chameleon trying to blow a 14-year-old kid move off with a fucking shotgun, and the lesson Sora and Donald learn by the end of the world.
Sorry about what I said.
I'm sorry too. Yeah, all for one, huh?
It still feels like Sora is the main focal point, and the world still matters. This is also likely the only Tarzan adaptation we'll ever get in any Kingdom Hearts, which gives it that rare I was there feeling. Then there's worlds like Atlantica, Wonderland, Halloween Town, Olympus Coliseum, and Agrabah. Even though they don't have major plot points, there is either a villain working for Maleficent to unlock Kingdom Hearts, or a Princess of Light that's been kidnapped to also unlock Kingdom Hearts, giving these worlds a sense of importance. Even without that, I think the majority of these worlds would hold up on their own. Wonderland is the best example of world manipulation in the series, with Sora constantly changing sizes to get to new areas and rooms flipping to give areas a new perspective. Halloween Town is Halloween Town. Nomura with Tim Burton inspiration was always going to cook up something special, which led to bringing us one of the most iconic costume changes in the series. Olympus Coliseum is some of the best fights in the series. Like seriously, you fight Cloud, Leon, Yuffie, Hades, Cerberus, Hercules, Ice Titan, Rock Titan, and of course... Sephiroth. Agrabah is easily the best it's been in the entire series as well. It has chests hidden behind puzzles, hidden areas that Boo has to unlock, magic puzzles to get to new areas, the Jafar and Genie Jafar fights, oh yeah, and you fight the literal Cave of Wonders, by the way. Then we have Atlantica. Atlantica is, well, Atlantica. But hey, it's still better than Kingdom Hearts 2. I think Monstro is extremely unique and like nothing we have seen to date in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it's basically a huge colourful hedge maze of whale organs. I think if more people knew that the right tunnel to go in flashed green, the world would be much more appreciated. The fight theme is one of the most underrated themes in the game in my opinion. It's the inside of a giant space whale. It is some of the best platforming areas in the game, and it's the inside of a giant space whale. I don't have too much to say about Kingdom Hearts 1 Neverland. It's actually one of my least favourite worlds, but I gotta say the song at the clock tower goes incredibly hard. Now, Hollow Bastion. Hollow Bastion deserves its own section. I truly think this is the pinnacle of Kingdom Hearts as a whole. It's where Riku ends up right after the Destiny Island storm. Where Maleficent and the Villain Council have been gathering, where Kairi and the Princesses of Light are being held. It's all been building up to this moment. Arriving in the waterfalls, looking up at the castle for the first time feels massive and final. A lot of this video has been formed around my personal opinions, but hands down without a doubt, Hollow Bastion's design is objectively the best in the entire series. It really feels like Hollow Bastion is Kingdom Hearts' magnum opus. The bubble transportation into the underground puzzle to unlock the main gates. The lifts that take you outside, inside, and all throughout the castle. The book puzzle. The emblem piece puzzle. The hidden chest. It really feels like Square knew they cooked with Hollow Bastion and wanted to do everything in their power to show off every inch of it, and all of it works perfectly. The fights and story events that occur in Hollow Bastion are the absolute peak of the game. Riku steals the Keyblade, Donald and Goofy from Sora, rendering him defenseless. This forces Sora to team up with Beast, who literally travelled to a new world simply because he's strong-willed and wanted to save Belle. Honestly, it's one of the coolest things a Disney party member has ever done. Sora wins Donald, Goofy and the Keyblade back, and fights Darkness Possessor Riku for the first time since play fighting back on Destiny Islands before they even knew other worlds were out there. Riku encounters Ansem and gets possessed for even more strength. Sora finally smacks Maleficent up in the room every Villain Council meeting has been held in, and then Ansem possessed Riku stabs her in the heart and turns into a massive fucking dragon. This brings us to the Ansem Riku fight. If Hollow Bastion is the peak of Kingdom Hearts, then the Ansem Riku fight is the peak of Hollow Bastion. Walking through the foyer, past the trapped Princes of Light, Riku revealing he is Ansem and floating down to what I believe is the best designed boss stage in the entire series. Sora learning that Kairi's heart is inside him.
Kairi's inside me?
This cutscene specifically holds a special place in my heart, which I'm sure is relatable for any PlayStation 2 players, as originally the cutscenes weren't skippable. Me and my brothers were stuck on this fight for days, possibly weeks, and the
It is I, Ansem.
speech is forever ingrained in my memory. The fight is of course followed by arguably the most iconic cutscene in all of Kingdom Hearts. Sora knows what he has to do to save Kairi, so without hesitation he picks up Riku's Keyblade and releases his and Kairi's heart.
Hold on!
A completely selfless act to save his friend the entire story has been about. The moment is special, and I don't think there's anything that comes close to it in future installments. Sora returns as a controllable Shadow Heartless, which is just really fucking cool too. There's just so many top tier iconic moments that come from Hollow Bastion. When we are talking about why Kingdom Hearts 1 is special, Hollow Bastion was always going to take up a lot of the conversation. It's a truly, truly special world. After traveling to Traverse Town to report everything that happened, Sora and the entire Traverse Town gang return to Hollow Bastion to finally seal the keyhole. It's a really nice but sad moment, having the entire Final Fantasy crew there to say goodbye to Sora, as sealing the keyhole will restore the worlds and their borders again. The keyhole, of course, leads to the end of the world. The end of the world gives a true sense of finality. It is said to be essentially a heartless of worlds. When a world is taken by dark, a tiny fragment ends up in the end of the world. The immediate setting after arriving is an empty void of destruction. No atmosphere, no music, just an eerie silence and emptiness. After fighting through several rounds of the strongest Heartless in the game, Sora is faced with tiny fragments of every world that he's visited. I really enjoyed this section because fighting the Heartless specific to the world of which fragment Sora is in, all back to back, really shows how much he's been through to get here. This section ends with an, although janky, very cool Chernobog fight. I don't have too much to say about this, but like, I don't need to. Sora fights Chernobog, it's cool. After fighting another gauntlet of the strongest Heartless, Sora arrives at Destiny Islands and sees Riku. Spoiler alert, it's actually Ansem again. And Destiny Islands has been swallowed by darkness. This is my favourite stage out of the 3 staged Ansem fight. I love how it takes place on the very same, now destroyed beach the whole story started on. The second stage of the Ansem fight is pretty cool. It does give a okay now I'm mad energy, as it's pretty similar to the first stage, he's just stronger. And that's where I think the game should have ended. I don't really know why he became a giant ship, that was kinda weird. Once Ansem is defeated, he tries to open the door to darkness, but
Kingdom Hearts is light.
and Ansem is destroyed. Mickey shows up shirtless and vows to protect Riku in the realm of darkness, while Kairi gets separated again. Please Square, just let her have her moment. And Sora promises to return to her one day. The game ends with another stunning cinematic paired with another iconic track by the great Hikaru Utada. Kingdom Hearts 1 feels special because it is special. I think with it being the first game in the series and it being a pretty out there game, Square had something to prove and went all out in Kingdom Hearts 1. The original worlds feel the most magical, Disney is the most important to the plot it's ever been, and the story is simple yet so effective. A lot of the story segments, fights and relationships are still talked about to this day, and I don't believe it's just nostalgia. I just don't think there's another game out there that feels quite like Kingdom Hearts 1.